What's happening, sports fans? It's a beautiful day for a Magic the Gathering draft. It's 5:27 a.m. in Taiwan and everybody's coming into the ballpark looking real frisky. Like they're ready to see a show. I'm Skip Chickleton and we're about to see history being made today. I always thought I could probably be a. I always thought I could probably be a baseball announcer, not the color commentators. Those guys are the celebrities. They're the ones that make the real bucks. But I would just be the guy in the back, just and a bit outside. Just a reminder that sunflower seeds are buy one, get one free. It's your local come and go. Take a drink here of my beverage, and there's another pitch. Of course, you know, the days of long baseball games, drawn out baseball games, are kind of over because of the pitch count and the batter timer. Everybody's getting timed now. You gotta get into the batter's box at a certain time. You gotta get ready to pitch at a certain time. You gotta move on to the next batter at a certain time. And you know, in some ways, I kind of like it. It keeps the games moving along. It's easier for the viewers and for people that don't have any attention span. But you know, I think it takes away a little bit from some of the indulgence of the game of yesteryear, the indulgence of the game of baseball. I don't know if those two interest points between nerd things like Magic the Gathering and sports things like baseball are going to intersect, but I mean, hey, Magic made a secret lair recently with Planeswalker baseball cards, and you know, Ultra Pro has the baseball card playmat, which pretty sure I have back in America. I'm pretty sure it got sent to me back in America, and I've just waited 2 years to get it. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. I almost forgot about that. Just reminded myself of that today. I've been away from America for 2 years. I'm going to come back to America, and I'll probably have a handful of things over that I ordered over the last 2 years and forgot about, because I thought, well, I'll just get it when I come back to the States. That's not very interesting, though. Why are you talking about that? It's 5:31 in Taiwan, and we're about to see a Magic draft. Dragon Storm Limited. Wait, let's do the quick draft. We don't need to do Dragonstorm Limited. Hello. I should bookend the stream by saying the Funsplosion XXL is coming in a very short amount of time. We're talking 2 weeks. And all you have to do to win a Pokemon box, because we're giving away a Pokemon box, all you have to do to win it is follow the stream. And subscribe to our YouTube. And join the Band of Timmy's Discord. All of those things will get you one entry into the Pokemon box giveaway. So far, we've had about 8 new followers, subscriber, joiners since we started this promotion. Is that good? Probably not. But Band of Timmy's Fun Club is not here for meteoric YouTube channel growth. We're not here to take over the world. We just want to have some fun. We just want to be a place that you can go if your life is dumb, and you, how's this song go? And you're feeling bad because your life is dumb. So come on down, check us out. It's not like I'm gonna be able to do much quality anyway at 5:32 in the morning. On a work day? Are you kidding me? The only reason I'm doing this at all is because I'm a teacher And this actually kind of uses the same energy that I'd use as a teacher. So it all kind of feels like it's just part of my regular day. It's become my regular routine. I kind of like it. I've become addicted to it. It's gonna be weird when I leave, because on June 2nd we won't be actually after May 30th. After the month of May, we probably won't have any streams for a little while. Might take about a week off. Um, when I'm back in the States, I'm gonna have to figure out a new schedule. I'm gonna have to figure out a new place to stream because I've got my classroom here built in, but I won't necessarily have the same amenities when I get to the States. We'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. Oh, that's mighty fine, mighty fine. Apple Golden Milk, perfect part of starting your day. Every day is with an Apple Golden Milk. Can just feel those vitamins and minerals over your teeth and down over the gums. Watch out, stomach! Here it comes. It's a bunch of it's a bunch of goodness right down your gullet. Thank you, Apple Golden Milk, for being an official sponsor of Magic the Gathering. I do need to find out. I'm pretty sure this is just Taiwanese. I do need to find out if I can get this in the States. I probably can't. There are some trades I'm gonna have to make. You know what? I've been without Baja Blast for the last 2 years. I've willingly made that sacrifice. Things like this help the pain a little bit. It's nice not to get quite as much diabetes with every drink. All right, Magic. That's what we're here for. Oh yeah, promotion. Did I finish the promotion? Funsplosion XXL, it's coming. We're gonna play Goose Goose Duck. Never played it before. I myself have never played it before. I don't know if any of the Timmies have ever played it before. But our first Funsplosion was back in December of 2024. I believe it was like right after Christmas, or it was like right before New Year's or something like that. It was like the end of the year Funsplosion. We did Valheim. Super fun game. I'd never played it before, but it was super fun. And I think everybody had a good time just being dumb, jumping around, building stuff. And then the next Funsplosion was the Jackbox Funsplosion. And that was just like a month or two ago. And now we're having another one. I think we'll probably do a Summer Splosion in July, maybe. I haven't worked out all the details yet, but I think we're going to do that. A lot is going to be riding on what kind of job that I have when I get back to the States, because at international schools, you kind of get hired like January, February. They usually try to have all their teachers in place by like spring at the latest, but in America it's like, oh, it's May, I guess we should hire somebody for next year. And sometimes they don't hire until in the summer, and so I might be one of those teachers that don't have a job until the summer. We're just going to find out, though. That's going to determine a lot of what we do, streaming-wise and other things, because I'm not going to be streaming if I'm panicked out looking for jobs or handouts on the street. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the summer goes. Game Awaken. There it is. There she blows. Where do I don't remember where I'm supposed to be for this. Is there ever anywhere that we're supposed to be? That brings up an interesting question. Let's move on over to the Quick Draft Dragonstorm. Now, This is a little different than some of the drafts that we've done before because there is no timer for this. So you can spend as long as you want taking a look at the cards. There's no timer for each pick, and you don't have to like you can save your pick and then come back to it and keep drafting, I believe. But there's also no certain time frame that you have to be done. Like you can play one game and then leave and come back. What's probably going to happen with me is I'm going to play all these games. We're going to try to play all these games anyway. And if I'm really lucky, okay, so I've built a few different things in draft. We did a Sultai Dragon build last draft, and that was off stream, and I got 3 wins with that, and I wasn't particularly good, but I'm not a particularly good drafter. I tend to have strengths when I can build something and then test it and test it and test it and test it and then like rebuild it and test it again and then rebuild it and test it again and maybe swap out a couple meta answers and then test it again until it's perfect. That's how I've gotten Legend in Hearthstone is building my own deck and then testing it and tinkering with it and making it good. So we've had 2 Mardu builds and 1 Sultai build, and now I see this hawk, and this hawk is calling to me because it's a 2/2 flyer for 3, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may search your library for a card named Tempest Hawk, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle, and you can have all the hawks you want. Could we get a bunch of hawks? I don't know. I don't know how many we could get. Exile a card. Exile, you may pay. Cast it without paying its mana cost. I haven't seen this Dragonstorm. If the spell's mana value is 8 or less. And if you don't, you can put it in your hand. Okay. So that's interesting. I don't know how far that would go in draft. But I'll tell you what I'd like. I would really like to have 1,000,000 hawks. I understand that might be a tall ask. But that's what I want. I want 1,000,000 hawks. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it, then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters. So you would copy it, and then you'd exile with 4 time counters. That sounds like a fun commander card, but not so fun for draft. Not so fun for draft. Just thinking. All right, we got a Skirmish Rhino. When this enters, each opponent loses 2 and you gain 2. All right, then we got another one of these Omen Dragons, which I really like as somebody that enjoys value. So we've got some choices here because I have selected a hawk. I would like to build hawks. I realize that I might not find another hawk in my life, and this would be silly, and then it might be cut. But you know what? Skirmish Rhino. It's kind of calling my name. I do love these dragons, and so I think my other option would be to take this this discard and draw dragon, which is handy even if you're not running dragons. I think it's narrowed down to these two picks. I think I'm going to do this because I've already done dragons before. We're going to get a skirmish rhino. And now we've chosen our colors. Oh, there's another draw discard dragon. All right, so as an additional cost, you may behold a dragon. Target creature deals damage. Okay. I'm not sure yet what kind of target creatures we're going to have. This feels like it would be good in just about any deck. So we're going to do that because that's any non-land permanent. That could get rid of a lot of things. Exiling cards from a graveyard. Not a lot in our colors here. Defender, pretty chunky boy. Jungle Hollow. That is a pretty chunky defender. We might get swung at a lot. It does cost 3, so meh. But it's flexible. If you just get mana flooded, you can always use your mana to let it attack. I wish it had reach. Is it a spider? Spiders usually have reach. Okay. No use analyzing the lore. I think I am going to take it. Ooh, it made a little spider sound when I took it. All right, we got some ramp. We've got a white dragon storm. This is spell casting. All right, we got a death touch guy with mobilize. I've never really been able to make mobilize work. 2/2/2 white soldier creature tokens. And then when a dragon you control enters, return. So I don't have any dragons yet. I think I'm going to add some ramp. I don't know if that's good. The ramp that I had in the last game was kind of like, it was nice, but it felt really unnecessary. It felt like, okay, you're doing all this stuff, but why? Does it really matter? And in the broad scope of life, wow. Does any of the stuff we do matter? That's not why I said wow. The energy drink just shot onto my computer. All right, I think I got it wiped up. It's sugar-free. It's okay. It's not gonna make any lasting problems for me. But wow, that was scary. Okay, when this enters, it endures 1. That is a flexible card. We've got a dual land, which I don't know if those are really important in the grand scheme of things. I don't really know how this deck is going to win, but I do know I have a Skirmish Rhino and a Tempest Hawk, and I'm excited about those things. Let's take the land. Well, I don't know. I think it's good for me to have some early stuff. And this is a pretty good early drop, so let's take him. Let's take Doggo. Alright, when this creature enters or dies, put a +1 counter on target creature you control. Pretty reputable. I like his mercantile. When this creature dies, create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. Exile this card from a graveyard, +1/+1 on target creature. I don't care so much about the one or more counters are put on a creature. If it's the first time, then first time counters have been put on that creature this turn, put a +1/+1 counter. So add an additional one. This is uncommon, so maybe I hold out more for this. I've been seeing a lot of tap lands that would help me out, but I think this is okay. I'm sure I'll find more counter stuff. Hey, it's my pack beast. Love him to bits. Want to kiss him on the lips. I also like this Embermouth Sentinel. These are both interesting. This guy rarely ramps me, but almost always gets me a land that I need. When I don't need it, it's just a 2/1 for 2. I think we're going to do the Pack Beast because it's good to have cards. It's really good to have cards. Oh, so there's some +1/+1 counters. If we can sacrifice creatures, so we can get this guy to do his thing. Alright, target creature, death, touch, indestructible. The crocodile. Let's do a crocodile. He does have +1/+1 counter stuff. Oh, right, this guy can tap a creature. That's sort of good. Yeah, we'll take it. Getting down to the end. Okay. On to the next pack. The Siege Breaker. Not in my colors. Another one of the Endurers. Drawing a card and pumping a creature. That's always very useful. Especially if it's just like some little guy and they're just like, I'll just let him go. It's not a big deal. Or if I need to kill something that when he blocks with his big guys. Alright, there's more land ramp, which I don't think I need more than like 1 or 2 of. Maybe I take another one of these, because it is going to get me more little guys that I can sacrifice when the time comes. Here's a dragon, and I can search for a land and put it in my hand, which feels pretty good, I'm thinking. And that'll give me a dragon in the deck so that I have a dragon in the future. That's a good one too. And it is an uncommon. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies. That could be really good for this sacrificing creature stuff. And it kind of seems like I'm leaning more towards like a drain sort of strategy. Alright, there's the dragon again. Anything else here that is... Oh. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Jeez Louise. Okay, it does require sacrificing creature, so I can't just play that by itself. It's also a common. I think I'll take the dragon. There's another dragon. Although I don't know if I need that one. Creature attacks. You may pay 1 and a white. Oh, that's... Oh no, it's my hawk. Alright, I love this, and it's an uncommon. And my body says I should be... Wait, my heart says... What's the... Wait. My body's telling me yes, but my heart is saying... Hold on, how does that work? My head is telling me yes, but my body is telling me no. Let's take the hawk. There we go. I knew I would get that. I knew I would get that out eventually. Nothing here, nothing here. Creatures with power less than can't block it. As long as you control a creature with a counter on it, it gets a buff. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're hoping to have creatures with counters on them. Reach for 6. When it enters, endure 3. Well, that's pretty spendy. But could give me something at the end of the game to spend on. Alright, we got more +1/+1 counter stuff here. We got another one of these turtles. Boy, oh boy. Okay. It's just a little spendy. It's 6. It's just a little spendy, but you know, what else are you going to do at the end of the game? I guess. Alright, it's uncommon. We'll take it. I've passed on the turtle a couple times. I hope I can find a turtle again, eventually. Alright, another ramp. Let's take the ramp. So we'll have 2 of those in the deck. We don't need any more than 2. Alright, there's the draw and the buff. Take that one. Just taking a second here to double check something. Yeah, I think we're all right. Okay. One. Target creature gains hexproof. Yeah, sure. Surveilling 1. An artifact dragon. Okay. And we got another one of those. Spiders. Alright, as this enters, choose Abzan or Mardu. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. If a creature died under your control, each opponent sacrifices. Wow, that is flexible. That is flexible. It does all the things that I want. Let's take it. Alright, we got a Sansept Citadel. There's another Dragoon. We don't have a ton of early stuff. I mean, this kind of sucks because you've got, oh, and then this guy, Vigilance, Reach, and Death Touch. Okay. Let's take him. He's a little guy that I could have hang around for a little while, and I could put counters on him. He's got Vigilance, man. He's got Vig. We could keep this guy around. Target player mills 2. You gain 2 life. I really like that card, but I found another Skirmish Rhino. And a Hawk. This isn't fair. This is not fair. 2 Hawks in a deck? That can't be enough. But a Skirmish Rhino? The Hawk is common, right? Yeah. Let's take the Skirmish Rhino. Exile target permanent with mana value 3 or greater. Attacking tokens have flying. Well, we're going to make a few tokens. Maybe not a ton of tokens, but a few. I do like having the removal, but it has to be 3 or greater. And it's kind of a weird cost. It's an instant. This would be good for combat. It's a 1/3 flyer. And then you give another target creature you control flying, and all of your tokens have flying. Let's just think about this. So we can make tokens, although we're not heavy on tokens. We are not heavy on tokens here. Yeah, we are not token heavy. It is handy to give another target creature flying, but you know what? Let's take the removal. I know it's situational. Abzan. When it enters, search your library for a plain, swamp, or forest, put it in your hand, then shuffle. You can sacrifice this to make an XX white spirit creature token where X is the greatest toughness among creatures you control. That's nice to put a land in my hand. Sure. All right. There's the turtle again. It would be nice to have this kind of flexibility with removal, but I've waited for the turtle for a while. Oh, it's another one of these. That's counters and drawing. Crap, I gotta take that. I'm sorry, my turtle. I told myself that I would take a turtle, but the time just hasn't come. +1/+1, flying and indestructible. I'm sure that that's the correct pick. Like protecting my stuff is probably the correct pick. But Doesn't have a replacement effect. Okay, I'll take it. It's probably correct. It's probably the right one. Death Touch. Mobilize 1. When it enters, surveil 1. I do like that card. Doesn't hurt to have another Death Toucher. During your turn, this creature has first strike. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. When it enters, draw a card if you control a creature with a counter on it. And if you don't, you can put a counter on it. I hope my early game is good enough, because that's a little expensive. Two target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I don't know if that'll make the cut. Oh, there's that guy again. There's a hawk again. Gotta take the hawk. Gotta take the hawk. And we'll take another one of these defenders. Another one of these sentinels. There we go. Did we turn down any hawks? I just had an oopsie. Just had an oopsie. Gonna test how good my cables are. Hold for just a second. Hold for just.
Tweeties for monstrous strawberry flavor.
Well, I've got chocolate Tweeties for monstrous chocolate flavor.
Frankenberry.
Count Chocula.
Meow. Frankenberry.
Count Chocula.
Cool Whip?
Thank you.
Red.
Just a small piece, please. A little smaller than that. Half of that. A little less. That's fine. Fine. Fine.
Oh, he wants the Cool Whip.
Because non-dairy Cool Whip has all the good old-fashioned taste with lots less calories than whipped cream you have to make. And because it's a topping that comes already whipped and is so easy to use, some people like a little pie with their Cool Whip.
I got that barefoot feeling on account of Mountain Dew. One little taste made me kick off both of my shoes. It's a happy feeling too, 'cause drinking Mountain Dew makes me giggle, makes me wriggle, makes me want to stick out my toes and wiggle. I'd rather be barefoot than any other way I know. Mountain Dew has got the tingle you can taste down to your toes. For the energy to let you swing, make Mountain Dew your thing. Get the barefoot feeling, drinking Mountain Dew.
Here's a taste that'll just knock your socks off. Mountain Dew gives you that happy, summertime, barefoot feeling all year round.
Get the barefoot feeling, drink a little bit of Mountain Dew. Get the barefoot feeling, drinking Mountain Dew.
No matter how you like your pizza, sausage, pepperoni, green pepper, or mushroom, do it justice. Pour yourself a Grain Belt beer. Does justice to the pepperoni. Does justice to the mushroom. Grain Belt beer. It's a justice of the pizza.
What'll it be, stranger? Jello.
Jell-O brand gelatin. If it was there, you'd eat it. Jell-O. If it was there, you'd eat it. But the best place for America's favorite dessert is your refrigerator. So to help remind you to make it tomorrow, put a box of Jell-O brand gelatin out tonight.
They're high, and the prices are low. That's why at
Robert Hall. You save on family clothes.
Hi, kids.
Hi, Pedro.
Kids, let's all sing the Kid song. If you want shoes with lots of pep, get Keds, Kids, Keds. Or bounce and zoom in every step, get Keds, Kids, Keds. You'll be a champion with style. Hit that ball a half a mile. They're tough, they last a long, long while. Kids, Kids, Kids. There's a pair of smart youngsters. Hi, kids.
Hi, kiddo.
Say, why do you kids wear Keds?
So I can run faster and jump farther.
So I can win more often.
Right. Always look for the label big and blue. Kids, Kids, Kids. That spells out U.S. Kids for you. Kids, Kids, Kids. Those shock-proof arches sure are neat. The right support for growing feet. So be a champion athlete.
Okay.
Kids, Kids.
So, okay. Ever since I've been getting older, I've been having more and more accidents, and the number of accidents that I've been having has gone up significantly as the number of kids that I've had goes up. Because before, on the chart, my number of accidents was like this. It was pretty steady. Maybe go up a little bit, come back down, up a little bit, come back down. And then eventually, as I got older, it started to go up a little bit. But then after first kid, second kid, third kid, now it's off the chart. We can't even see it. So I just took this can of, thankfully, sugarless energy and knocked it over, and it went over the big power cord. And fortunately, this cord seems to be insulated well, because nothing happened. But I lost a significant amount of my drink. And it's all your fault, Tempest Hawk. I'm just kidding. I love you so much. You're not the reason for any problems. Wait a minute. I didn't get a chance to edit my deck. Whoa. Oh, I'm glad I can go back and change this. Oh man, what a waste of 45 minutes. You're like, okay, I'm ready. Just kidding. All right, let's make some cuts. Because right now we're at 56 of 40. Got to make a few cuts, none of them to a hawk. All right, let's take this out. I hate it. We don't need 3 of these. We might only need 1. We can keep both ramps. I think that's fine. We can keep both ramps. I might not need any of him, but we'll see. I don't want any of these. The crocodile was just a maybe. Probably keeping my dragons. All right, we got some expensive boys. Maybe we cut this one for now. Let's look over here. We got 5 left to go. Whale of War we could probably lose. Do we really need any ramp? This deck is pretty low to the ground. Maybe I'll keep 1 ramp card. Keeping all my rhinos for sure. I know these are all expensive, but they do play well with the Do play well with the strategy here. Maybe I don't need this one. It's possible I might not need that one. Hey, I thought I took that Mardu removal card. Oh yeah, there it is. Kintree Severance. Alright, I gotta cut 4 more. I think maybe we could cut this. I probably can't go with 44, right? I think they make me cut it down to 40. Right? Or do they? Build a 40 card deck. It's not saying anything. Alright, don't mess with the lands. Cut 4 more. We can cut one of those, I think. Probably need to lose this guy. Cut that. We cut the ramp, sure. All right. Just got to make sure that my lands are pretty accurate. So, yeah, plains, forest, swamp, plains, forest, swamp. Okay. Well, let's try it. My pant leg is covered in energy drink and the ground below me is rotting. I think we're ready. I think we're ready for a game. I don't think with 3 lands in hand that it would be wise for us to mulligan this. That is my firm thought on the matter. So worst case scenario, we play a defender on turn 3. Or we play the rhino on turn 3 if we can get a swamp. It's a hawk. Our first hawk of the day. Glad I didn't mulligan anything else. Oh no. All my hawks are showing up. I mean, I'm glad to have all my hawks here, but could you wait until I summon you? I only have one left. Give me that hawk. All right. Guess we'll put this one down. Four three with menace is a little spooky. Also missing any more land drops. It's a little spooky. Don't want to do that anymore. All right, what's going on here with the Mimic Doctor? Is he seeing a patient? Four is a bunch of damage. He must know that I have a pump, right? Like, he must know. He must know that I've got a pump. Maybe he's just forcing it out, I guess, but... Now I have to do some things that historically I've never been good at, and that's math. Because I can let the 4-3 go through and not double block with it. And that gives me 10 on board if I pay for the defender not to have defender anymore. Alright, we got another menace 4-3. Makes it more difficult to choose. I mean, I think I'm just blocking his stuff. Oh, I guess I'm not blocking his stuff. That seems like the sort of thing you maybe want to wait. Maybe want to wait for that. You know what I mean? Alright, let's draw a card, see if we get a land. There we go. That's a land. Alright, just sending this in. Unfortunately, my hawks are all here. I mean, it's fortunate, but it's unfortunate. He's had a lot of lands. Guess only has one more than me. I'm trying to think what he has left in his hand. What is he gonna do? Alright, my doggo can't blocko. Would I take 8 here? Oh. Haste and reach. Yeah, take the 8. So now we've got 10 here. Plus 2 for 12. And then we'll play the Pack Beast to draw a card. Oh my. We're gonna need to keep a double stack handy. But also I want this guy to he's got, okay, he can harmonize this, so we should probably keep 2, we should probably keep 4 blockers available for all these shenanigans, for these menace boys. If he has 1 spooky creature though, and he calls that out and gives it haste and buffs it, we might just be dead. Whenever you cast your second spell, it deals 1 damage, okay? So far we're at 0. And I don't think he's going to harmonize the haste out. I don't want to double block with everything, but I wouldn't lose everything, and he would lose both of his menace guys. So does he send everything? He's been thinking for a long time. He's been thinking for way too long. Okay. Why is that the second spell? Second spell. Okay, sure. Sure. All right. Pick your targets. Who do you want to murder? And by murder, I mean Loida. I don't know if this is correct. So we have, oh, sure. Well, now we're gonna have to send everything. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb and bad at math and handsome and so bad at math and really talented. This is just, it's such a curse to be me and be this handsome and talented and bad at math. But we won. But we won. And the spilled energy drink on my leg is getting drier. So I'll take it. What would have been really awkward is if I had the lethal, if I'd used my counter. If I'd had the lethal, but then I didn't get it because I didn't use my counter, that would have been super awkward. I wasn't BMing the guy and taking and wasting a bunch of time. I just didn't realize I had lethal. I'm just kind of a dum-dum. Okay. 3 lions and a hawk. We keep it. Anybody who knows me knows 3 lions and a hawk. You're keeping. Saddest energy drink I've ever had. So, I think we put out the hawk because of flying combat, but also because, I mean, if we put the Death Toucher out, I don't have multiple creatures to block this guy anyway. Yeah, this was going to happen regardless, so. This guy's doing a good enough job of damaging himself, hurting himself. Come, Hawk. To me. Pass priority, bro. Just pass priority. Don't worry about it. It's just a couple hawks. Don't worry about it. Did you not hear me? I said, don't worry about the hawks. Yo, Agent Flame? Agent Flame, are you there? Agent Flame, are you there? Copy. Over. Agent Flame. He had a family. Agent Flame, no. Oh, he was 1 month from pension. Oh, Agent Flame, no. Come in, Agent Flame. Please come in. Please come in for your son. Your son made the volleyball team, Agent Flame. Please come in, Agent Flame. Oh, Agent Flame is dead. Or is he? And then they show next week's episode when Agent Flame is in the jungle and he's like, I'm gonna need some new blood. I lost a little bit back there. And he's got like a bone hanging out of his arm and bone hanging out of his arm, but he's also carrying around the head of the person that he killed. Come on, man. There's no way that the Tempest Hawk is that scary for you. Come on. Come on. There's no way that you're that bothered by the Tempest Hawk. This must be other reasons. Is it me? Are you mad at me? Why do you hate me? This is what my roommate in college would always do. He'd like, are you mad at me? Why do you hate me? And I would have to answer like, okay, look, first of all, I do not hate you. I'm not even mad at you. You're taking this small thing and turning it into a big thing. I don't even care that much. And it would take all this energy and all this time to have to explain, I'm not mad at you. And then I would start to get mad at him. Be like, see, you are mad at me. It was actually kind of a brilliant psychological strategy. Of course, I don't really know if it was a strategy. Like, it's not like he's consciously thinking about ways to manipulate people. Nah. I'm still friends with that guy. I'd like to say that he's watching the stream right now, but he's not. All right, any chance we can get a swamp the next 2 turns? Or we can get something else that's playable the next 2 turns? Hey! There it is. It's Rhino-in time. Yeah, endure. Oh, I was hoping that he would endure his. This has menace, but also if he removes this, he gets the enter back. So maybe I just... Boy, this is dumb. This is really dumb. My other option was just to play the Pack Beast for 5, but... Oh, it's that big Chocodile. This is a creature. This is a creature. And... Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3... 1. Just 1. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah! Now we're talking. Block that with your croc. Oh, he did. Well, it's gonna die. Maybe that's what you want. Did you want the zombie druid? Is that a thing you're into? Why does it always have to... It doesn't have to always be sexual. Just because I'm playing the most sexual game on the planet, it doesn't always have to be sexual. I know that's the stigma. I know that's the stereotype. Magic the Gathering players are the most sexiest people on the planet because they play the most sexually charged game on the planet. I know that that's the stigma. You don't have to remind me. Hey, he's got a Pack Beast too. Oh, so sexual. Oh, that is Not cool, bro. Not cool, bro. So we're going to put the counter here. Oh, the counter goes on him. Never mind. How foolish of me. How foolish of me. I thought that you put a +1 on another. Never mind. Yeah, I guess it would be helpful if I read the card. I guess that would be helpful if I read the card. That might explain the card. Pass the key. Oh no, he's dead. Oh, there he goes. Why are you attacking and holding priority, man? Just pass so that you can act like you don't have a pump spell and then pump it. I don't even want to block. Will I die if I don't block? Because I want to have enough to swing for lethal next turn. And you know what? If you got it, flaunt it. You know what I mean? Go for it, buddy. Don't hold up all this mana. Don't be a jerk. Come on, dude. Either make your game-saving play or pass the turn. So he's determining what to sacrifice so that he can... Okay, sure. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Maybe I should have done that first and then done the Pack Beast. Just so happens to have a Reacher. A Jack Reacher. Alright. If I swing with both, he'll kill my 3/4 flyer. If I swing with this, he'll block with the token. Do I swing with anything and force him? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You know what would have been great to have gotten something that wasn't a land. That would have been really swell. That would have been super. Okay. If I swing with both, I cannot win because he has blockers. He can kill my 3/4 and he can block the 4/4. And then my 3/4 is dead. He can kill the 4/4, but he'd have to put two things out in front of it. I'm just gonna swing with it. He's gotta block it. He's double blocking. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Probably shouldn't have played that land, But I'm not going to fool this guy. I'm not going to fool this guy. And also, he's not swinging with the 4-4 if that's his only blocker for a 3-4. I don't think it helps you to have the token, bro. Okay, he's gonna have the token. Oh my gosh. Four, 6, 7, 8. We're getting really close to dying. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. 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 We're getting really close to dying here. Siege Rhino off the top? No. Well, I know I have another Siege Rhino in here. When this creature or another creature you control dies, loses 1 and you gain 1. All right, he's got a pump, or I mean, he's got untapped mana, so he could have a pump. If I do this, I bring him down to 3. Everything is tapped, so you almost know he has to have a pump spell, because he can't let this one live and have no blockers. I guess this does have Vig, so, but I mean, we block the most damage this way, and we gain 1 from him dying. So if he does have a pump and he wins, he wins. If he does pump this and kill this, then we get 2 extra triggers, and we get the 1 in 21 chance that we get the Siege Rhino off the top. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, sure. Sure. Okay. Well, we sure got a lot of lands at the end of that game. Once again, if I've learned anything from drafting, it's that card advantage is king. All right. We got 2 lands and an Abzan monument. That's all we need. And then we got this thing. Beginning of your end step. +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Like a bunch of hawks. If we manifest our dream. All right, let's go get a plains. Then we'll start hawking. Unfortunately, I've got both hawks in my... Or I've got 2 of the 3 hawks in my hand. Not quite the hawk dream that I was hoping for. But we'll get one of those hawks out. No, I needed those cards. That was a guy that I wanted to pick. But I was so dedicated to my hawk. Oh my gosh, dude. Mill is not an entirely bad strategy in draft, I think. It would seem to me. Yeah. We'll do my slow strategy of putting +1/+1 counters on my hawks. My slow strategy. Oh, I wish I had a green. That would give me even more things. Never mind, he's hovering over it. He's going to destroy it. Bye, only rare card I had from this draft. I guess I could have swung with the 3, but I want to be there to block some stuff. Oh, it's not even indestructible. Jeez Louise. It's not even indestructible. You know what? I give up. What a sad day for hawks. So this thing I need green with. Sacrifice it, create. Oh, it's a toughness that I have. Cool. Nothing like somebody being ahead of you on every single aspect of a game. We can take 1 poke from this dragon, and that's it. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Not gonna worry about this anymore. We can get 1 more win. Come on. We could get some more wins. Come on. Don't let it end like this. We can get more wins. No, I think this deck has struggled a bit more because I haven't had the same resources that I had from some of my other decks. Like, I don't have as much draw in this. And draw is like so important. When you run out of resources to do things, like It's really bad top decking. It's really bad. Whoa. Okay, so put a +1/+1 on this creature. Okay. Let's just do the counters. Although the token would have synergized with this one too. But I see this thing and I'm thinking this guy's a little greedy and looking for a long game, and I don't want to give this guy a long game. I just want to kill him pretty quickly. All right. Gonna kill something. Sure. No, I don't mind him killing things as much. Does this one mobilize? It sure does. That's fun to know. May reveal an instant sorcery or dragon. Put it into your hand. Okay. So this guy. Tap up to one target creature. Okay. Alright. We can draw a card with this. Hold this guy back. Let's go get a plains, I think. If you've cast a creature and non-creature, draw a card and put +2/+1/+1 counters. Maybe we don't play that one just yet. Here's the reason why. He's got 2 blockers. So we send these 3 at him. He blocks this, but he might want to kill that. So he might let the 2 go by, block the 4 and block the 1. So that'd be 2/3 damage. Alright, let's just send it all and see what happens. Because I can do this and make whatever he blocks indestructible. Oh yeah. Okay. That was enough to get the concede. And we won our 3rd game. And we ranked up somehow. Oh, right. Bronze tier 1. I was thinking I was into silver already. I have not played actual, like, Magic, like, you know, to the point where I'm ranking in a really long time. I've just played... I've just been playing Brawl, and you get nothing from Brawl. No rewards, no ranking, no anything. Like, the most that you can do is complete quests, but it's pretty bad. Pardon me. All right. This is about as good as any of the other hands that I've had to start the game. So let's do it. Let's do it. You know, I've never not had a game where I ended up with more than one hawk in my hand by the time the first hawk went out. So in some ways, this is kind of self-defeating because the value of having the hawk is that you've got a 2/2 flyer, but also you've got a guy that can tutor more hawks. But if you have no hawks to tutor, then all you have is a 3-mana 2/2 flyer, which is not, that's not nothing. But also it's not a winning strategy. Like, it's not great. I think I've learned this from this time, and this is where, not playing Constructed kind of hurts me because in Constructed I can tinker around and have fun. And if I ever made a Constructed Tempest Hawk deck, then I would know that. All right, let's do our first one and see if he takes 18 minutes to decide if he's going to counter this spell. What counter spells do they have in this set? I don't really remember seeing a ton of them. But he's a blue-white player, so he's got something stupid, and he's going to wait his entire turn before he responds to this. Which is one choice that people have to live their lives, especially if you have, no wife and no responsibilities and nothing important in your life, and the only thing that you have going on is your Magic the Gathering game. Sure, that's one choice that you can make. That's one way you can live your life. So it gets -3 and loses all abilities, which means it can still block and it can still die. That's good to know. It's good to know. So you're not going to pay to have it endure? I mean, sure. Sure, okay. Is this the one that indestructible? Yeah, indestructible, okay. So we'll definitely want to hang on to that. case of shenanigans. But also we could use the hawk for blocks. This doesn't draw us a card, which is unfortunate. That seems to be one thing this deck has struggled with a bit. One target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard to your hand. Sure. Oh, from the graveyard to the top of your library. Okay. And that's the draw. The pump and draw. Okay. I get it. I really do. There's a lot of thinking involved in Magic. It's not a non-complex game. But sometimes it's like, come on, people. That's good enough. Cool. I shall take my leave from that game, not from the stream. Still have a few minutes left in the stream. And we're up to 3 wins. Make some pretty good gems from this. I think what I'm going to find, because I think my long-term plan is going to be playing a lot more Magic Arena. The game is very stable. There was a time a couple years ago when the game was not especially stable. It would crash a fair amount. It had performance issues on the Mac OS platform. But I feel like it's been a really, really stable, enjoyable experience as of late. And between this being better and Hearthstone being worse, I think I'm at a point where I feel pretty good about this, and I want to play more. I want to play more Arena. So I'm going to find out more draft principles that are involved. Like, I have a basic idea of drafting, of how to put together a deck, of things that are generally good, things that are generally not good. And sometimes, we jank it up, like with the Hawk. I know the Hawk is not inherently good, otherwise every single person would have Hawks in their deck. But I would like to know eventually, like as we play more, if there are, some more hard and fast rules for things like, do you always take a removal card if it's available? Well, that was just rude. Do you always take a removal card if it's available? Do you always try to build a certain way? Do you look to build archetypes? Or do you just look to take value? Like, are you looking for the best card available to you in the beginning and then you build around those best cards? Or do you have an idea about what it is that you're going to do? I mean, there's a lot of things that I feel like I need to learn more in draft. So hexproof until end of turn. +3, +0. Indestructible, sure. I don't know if he'll block. He is going to block. Okay. All right. My only hope is that I've worn down his resources a bit. Let's hold this one for the green in case I need to make this hexproof. +1, +1, hexproof, okay. 3 damage any target, great. Sure. Alright, so this is a sorcery. +1, +1. Alright, he's not going to block. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then we'll pay. Sacrifice that. Get a counter. This has lifelink, so we're kind of boned right now in terms of what we can do until I can get rid of that lifelinker. Also, it's just a big fatty that's going to be swinging at me and doing 5 damage every turn, so that's not ideal. All right, we've got 4, 5, 6. Is he holding mana open because he's got something, or he just doesn't have anything to do? Maybe he's just got... Okay. Well, this is my answer to the 5/5, unless he just kills it. Let's exile this, I guess. I don't know if it really matters. He's getting so much life from this 5/5. All right, cool. We've got a blocker. He's got to know I've got, like, stuff that I can do. He's got to know that, right? He wouldn't block. He wouldn't block and lose his 5/5, right? That's like his last thing that he has. So we're at 6, 7. Oh, wow, he did it. Okay. Now's your time to respond. Deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. 4? Okay, so that'll just kill it. I am going to pump this to get the damage in and to have replacement effects. Hey, and I got a Rhino. That's cool. It's death touch, so it's dying anyway. All right, out of tricks. Out of tricks. What do you got? Slunkalunk or whatever your name is. Dingus Khan. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. I mean, if he trades with the 3/5, you know. I guess I have to swing in. I guess I have to do that. All right, he's got 2 blockers though, so only 2 blockers, so we can still win if he can't do something else with my stuff. Is there lifelink happening? No? Alright. We beat Dingy Khan. And we got to silver. Yar. Me booty. I haven't been to silver tier in Magic Arena. I haven't been to silver tier in Magic Arena in years. I'm really unhealthy. Should get that cough checked out. All right, we're up to 5. We're up to 4 wins. Let's keep going. I want to mulligan this. It's too slow. This is fine, although this could get bad really fast. So, yeah, look at this. This is bad. Mulliganing is such a killer. Alright, sometimes we get lucky. Alright, this little guy is kind of a defensive thing, but he also has Vig, so if I could get some... If I could get some counters on him, we'd be good. Mm-hmm. We've drawn lands very, very well. We've drawn lands exceedingly well. Pack Beast is good. I love Pack Beast. Do I want to hang on to this. What would I be pumping? I mean, I guess I swing this because it does have menace. Yeah, if he's not going to block it, I'll go ahead and... Oh. Okay, that's a good, actually pretty good thing to have. It doesn't have a replacement effect, unfortunately, but I can give this guy indestructible so I can block something juicy with it. Yeah, let's... It seems insane to leave the Pack Beast out there, but I'm going to do this and see if I can get out a pump spell and then give this indestructible. Come on. Pump yourself. Oh. Oh, didn't get the chance. Whoops. That guy is gross. Yep, that guy is gross. Alright, as ridiculous as this sounds, we just kind of don't have anything going on. Taking the mulligan could have been part of the issue, but also the fact that I don't have a lot of replacement in this deck, that I don't really have a lot of, like, I don't really have an engine in this deck. I have bits and pieces of things that could eventually possibly work out, but I don't really have, you know, like the juice that I need to keep things going. If he wants to pump this, this is fine. I've been waiting for him to use a stupid pump spell this whole time. Okay, that's all he's gonna do? Oh, Death Touch, sure. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. If we did, we did. Yeah. Not terrible. I didn't hate that. It was not great towards the end because I ran out of juice too many times. I'm trying to think. Okay, so we pulled off the win against that one guy, right? Where we had... Did we pull off the win against the one guy where we had him down to 3? I was trying to top deck for the Pack Beast. Not the Pack Beast, for the Rhino. I don't remember. Alright. So we almost made our money back. Of course, I'm playing with gold, so any gems that I make is money. But it would be nice at some point in time if I could become good enough to pay myself back with the games that I play. Alright, that was pretty fun. Maybe let's do one brawl game. I would like to update this brawl deck because I have not updated it in a year or two. And I think there's some good Gruul cards from this new set that I could throw in there. So, worst part of the day, other than, streaming to no one, which is more of an expectation these days than a disappointment. Worst part of the day was energy drinking all over the floor. But best part of the day was not getting electrocuted after spilling it all over the floor. I feel #blessed for that. That's still a thing. #blessed. I hope not. I'm tempted to cycle this, but I don't know if we're going to just need this to catch up. I think we hang on to it for one more turn. Okay. So I can do this if nothing else. You know what? Let's go ahead and cycle that. If I draw one land, that's good. If I draw two lands, that's actually... I mean, I need another forest, so I guess I do need to draw two lands. Looks like I'm screwed no matter what I do. Huge thing. But it's not going to keep growing. It's just going to slap me for 5 every time. Who invited Teferi? No one. No one invited you to Teferi. Nobody did. Not a single person. I can hit Teferi. Okay. That's just out of spite. Maybe it's not, though. Suck it. And that's my parting shot to you, Teferi. Get stuffed. Well, that wasn't especially fun, but we got to end the stream because I've got real jobs to do. Here's what I would say about what we learned. I think I would like so in my time with Hearthstone. Hearthstone became the game that I just kind of knew inside and out. I knew the cards, every new expansion that came out. I knew the expansion. I knew in my head what I wanted to build, what I wanted to do, goals, everything like that. I think I want Arena to be that thing. I think I would like to replace Hearthstone with Arena and do more drafting in Arena, do more standard constructed, maybe. That's a horrible thing to say, but I actually kind of feel um I actually kind of feel like I want to start building decks again in standard. I don't know why, but I think if I'm playing more in arena, I'm getting more wild cards. I'm getting more of the latest expansion, Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Let's not get carried away. Drafting is fine, but also standard might be okay too. My point is, what I've learned today is I think I want to learn how to become a better drafter and figure out if there are any kind of universal principles behind drafting. And I know that there are always a certain number of things that you want to get, certain number of lands, certain number of removal, certain number of, like replacement effects or drawing or things like that, card advantage, whatever. Um, but I want to learn how to draft better. And it's nice that this Dragonstorm set is such a fun set to draft. Like there's a lot of ways to build it, and it could get repetitious after a while, especially considering, some of the red, white, black stuff is pretty strong. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing more arena, and I haven't said that in a long time. So that might just be the phase of life where I'm at, or it might just be because they've really improved Arena a lot. I mean, they just made announcements yesterday about how card collecting is going to work. Like they're going to change the wild cards a little bit. They're going to change like duplications for like new expansions, like reprints for new expansions and stuff like that. So I think Arena's in a really good place, and hopefully, what I'm really hoping for is they eventually have a dedicated commander mode where you can play more than two players. If they did that, I would even be willing to put some money into Arena because right now it's free to play. But if they did that, they could have some of my money. And if they started doing like the pre-cons in Arena each time, or if they started doing like more commander specific releases, the way that they've been doing like modern releases, but instead of for modern, or instead of for like some of these eternal modes, they have formats, not modes. Maybe they start doing that for commander. I don't know. I think that's what I would like to do, though. I think that's what we learned today. All right, we're out of time. Don't forget to follow the Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube, join the Band of Timmy's Discord. All of those things will get you an entry into the Funsplosion XXL. You can win a Pokemon box May 28th if you're in America, May 29th if you're in Taiwan or in this time zone or in this area. Don't forget to watch the stream. If you're not watching the stream, you can't win. So make sure you subscribe and follow and then watch the stream when we stream. It's going to be a great end of the school year and the last stream, second to last stream that I have in Taiwan. We're all done. See you later.